because I'm pretty good at it, when I do it, it gives me results. Even if they change the algorithm, I try to pay attention to what's sensitive and what's not. Also, another thing I don't do is I don't talk about this channel because I want to see what it does for itself organically, like with all my efforts that I'm putting in. And now they have this new feature in YouTube's back office where, you can ask AI, my nemesis, like, how can you tweak what you've done so far to get more views, to pique people's interest, stuff like that. Now, AI is good, that form of AI, but the AI I'm up against is the ones that will control, take over your life, tell you what to do, tell us what to do. That's that shit I don't like. And it's being installed all around us in every place, and we're just with it. We don't ask enough questions, We don't know how it's gonna shape our futures because we don't ask enough questions. But anyway, I don't want to talk about AI tonight. I'm just gonna, what I'm gonna do, I think that I'm just gonna sit tomorrow out. Just stay inside, which is dangerous because for some reason they love to bicker and argue, yo. My shadow side just be gleefully waiting for the moment for me to start saying a lot. Because you know what? I don't like to say a lot. Like, if you wanna fight, I will fight you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't care if I get my ass whipped. You are guaranteed a fight from me. But some women, they just want to talk. They want to talk all they shit. They don't really want to fight you. That's what I noticed. But when you in the shelter all day, in the lounges, even laying in your freaking bed, there's a possibility that you might get dragged into something. I know it sounds incredible, but if you live in a shelter, you know exactly what I'm talking about. If you've never had a shelter experience and never want one either, honey, then just listen before you judge. I think I'm going to go back inside and lay down. And Friday will be day 5 of fasting. Day 5 of fasting. Day 5 of a dry fast, And I can feel my body like dehydrating a little bit. And it's like, because, I do stretches too. And so when your body's dehydrated, it's hard to stretch, It's hard to stretch. It's more difficult to stretch because the muscle doesn't have any moisture in it. And so you might literally pop something important. I might. So this fast is really, really, really important to me. Important to God. And I do it in His honor. I do it willfully. I haven't resisted any of it. because I know what's at stake. And what's at stake is between him and I, you know? But anyway, watchers, I'm looking forward to moving. I'm not quite there yet because I'm up against a lot of BS within this system, you know. And so, of course, you know, the big thing is, let me stop saying, you know. Maybe you don't. The system, I don't know, it seems like it wants to hold you back. And I'm not accustomed to that. I'm not accustomed to people dragging their feet on deadlines and things that are important, you know, especially for me. Like, I'll be all up in your face about my stuff. You hear me? And that's what I do. Listen, you don't have to give me your checklist. I have my own. Because contrary to what I'm being told, I go and research it on my own. The minute I detect that you are not telling the complete truth, I go research everything on my own. And so when next time you see me, I'm already 3 steps ahead of you. You can't bullshit me. You know? Not on systems and processes. You can't. So that's what I'm up against. Like a system that doesn't want to see you succeed. It seems like Hollywood bullshit movie, you know, starring a whole bunch of black people, but I'm here to tell you it's true. Black people get done dirty in this system. We end up last. Like, why? You know, they decide whether we're worthy or not. Like, you're supposed to be doing for us just like you're doing for the rest of these people who are in the exact same position as us. You know, they're no more worthy than we are, okay? Because we're all here, okay? They've come to their end too, and we're all here together. But anyway, you know, apply to different jobs, ones that fit my background. Oh, that's what I wanted to talk about. Woo, I think I'm gonna need to make a whole nother video for this. These trainings they offer at these job fairs and you know, to get homeless people off the street and things like that. Some of these trainings are just about head count. You know, there's no job on the other side of it, and I'm experiencing that now. Ooh, during that whole training, all you heard about was the jobs on the other side of it. And now that I'm on the other side of it, and I still, you know, was compliant and everything, I don't hear from none of them. None of them. I've texted them. I've texted my job developer personally. I've emailed her. I called her office a couple of times. It goes like straight to voicemail. So I'm doing my due diligence, you know. And instead of waiting for her, I just went and applied for jobs myself, because the thing is, she's the one who's supposed to get you the interview for the jobs that you are interested from their job pool. But I really know what's going on. I went through this training, and there's a specific job they want me to take, and I refused it. I'm not working on an island. No, I'm not working on an island with 3 men's shelters on it. No, No. One, I don't want that type of attention. Two, sometimes I can be a workaholic. So, maybe by the time I should have been off the island, I would probably still be there. And then it might become unsafe for me. I don't want that type of attention. And so since I refused that position, which is really not part of my interest, I already pointed out all the roles that I was interested in. But she not contacting none of them. She's trying to play me. She wants me to take that specific job. And I won't do it. You know what? I feel the game. You understand me? I feel the game. And I don't like it. Don't play with my future. And see, this is why I have to take things into my own hands. And I shouldn't have to. Because as part of that training, I helped a lot of people through it. Don't play these games with me. Don't play them. So that's what's happening. So I haven't given them any more of my time or attention because I'm not taking that role. I don't want to be on that island. I don't. And I don't want a job that comes home with me. I've already had those roles where I would be at the office for 10 hours already, and then I would bring stuff home just to do it. Before I would, just to complete an assignment or, reorganize something, more to my liking and the comfort of my home, instead of, being pressed about how late it is at the office. I would just take it with me and do it at home. And so now I got papers at home. I got things at the office. I don't want a job that comes home with me. I've already done that. I just want a simple job. I clock in, boom, 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 boom. Do my job, boom, 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 to my fullest capability. And then clock out and go home and do what I want to do without having to think about, oh, I didn't finish this and I didn't finish that. And I told her this is what I wanted. But I see how many phone calls she actually gets after work hours. And I was like, I've already been there. I'm not doing it. I've already given my blood, sweat, and tears and soul to, companies that, when I look back, weren't really very beneficial to me, in the long run. And I don't want to be in that type of position now that, I'm older. It's okay if I'm paid less. I'll deal with it. I just want to be out of this situation and into something of my own. And I want to make these videos inside, more comfortably. So, look at me, I'm getting sleepy. Anyway, let me get off this because sometimes it won't let me upload past a certain point. I don't have that type of YouTube clout yet, all right? Good night, watchers, and thank you for watching.